To whom much is given, much is expected.
But you give a lot, and I'm sure we'll continue to do so. I can't wait to see what your trajectory looks like in the years to come. Thank you so much, Renata. It's such a pleasure to sit and talk with you, not just about sports, but about civic life in Los Angeles. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us for another edition of LA Stories. I'm Giselle Fernandez. We will see you next time.
Thank you.
We know them as fierce competitors. Now, Spectrum News 1 takes an in-depth look into their world, beyond competition. From the personal to the inspiring, beyond the lights, and into the hearts of our communities. Each week, we'll bring you the stories of the men and women that transcend the game. Beyond the Sport, every Wednesday at 9 on Spectrum News 1.
Hi everyone, Gene, Brian, and Riley with Winterworld here.
And I'm Karen Bryan with Darby.
At Winterworld, we don't do seasonal sales gimmicks, but we do provide award-winning quality and everyday unbeatable pricing all year long.
4th of July or New Year's Eve, Winterworld guarantees an amazing price on home beautifying products we stand behind for a lifetime.
And right now, get 0% financing for 25 months on our beautiful, energy-efficient window and door packages.
If you're eligible for Medicare, you can get more with the WellCare Medicare Advantage Plan. We provide more than original Medicare. More plans, more choices of doctors and hospitals. And with the PPO plan, more freedom to choose your preferred doctor. We offer plans with zero or low premiums and copays. Enjoy more coverage with extra benefits like dental, vision, hearing, prescription drugs with free home delivery, plus free transportation to your doctor or pharmacy, free gym membership now with online classes, and free over-the-counter items like vitamins, toothpaste, pain relievers, and much more. Plus, WellCare also gives more access with online doctor visits and 24/7 nurse hotline. For more than 30 years, we focused on helping members get more from their Medicare with WellCare. Call now. We can answer your questions and help you enroll over the phone. Call 1-877-296-4985.
You're watching Spectrum News 1. It's 1 o'clock.
Hello, I'm Vicki Nguyen. Here's your Spectrum News 1 update. A federal judge overturned California's ban on assault weapons, ruling it violates the constitutional right to bear arms. In the ruling, the judge spoke favorably of assault weapons, saying they're overwhelmingly used for legal reasons. State Attorney General Rob Bonta plans to appeal the decision. California's existing gun laws will remain in full effect in the meantime. And COVID-19 hospitalizations among teens are up again. The rate of kids battling severe symptoms from the virus has ticked up back from the spring. However, it still isn't as bad as it was in January, when more than 2 out of every 100,000 teens were hospitalized. And nearly 700 migrant children being housed at the Long Beach Convention Center have been reunited with family or sponsors. There are now 158 minors remaining in the shelter, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. And that's your update.
Coming up on LA Times today, the controversial proposal to allow homeless camping at LA parks and beaches.
I heard in multiple meetings from multiple speakers were folks who said that they were worried that their neighborhood would become more like Venice.
Plus, he was held hostage at the U.S. Embassy in Tehran for 444 days. How American baseball saved him not once, twice.
And the green of Ebbets Field, that was the thing for me. And I could play games over and over again in my mind.
Also, Travel back to the days when gambling boats floated off our coast with a secret history of a bootlegger who became a gaming kingpin and the unusual battle that sunk LA's floating casino.
He was an ex-bootlegger who had come to Santa Monica with this vision of emptying Angelina's pockets out on the water.
Also, it's a classic rags to riches story. The former janitor who says he invented flamin' hot Cheetos. But there may be more or less to that story.
Salespeople out there were like, we need something spicy. We're getting eaten alive out here.
LA Times Today starts right now.
Good.
Hello, I'm Spectrum News 1 anchor Lisa McCree, and welcome to a best of LA Times Today. In this episode, we'll revisit some of the most memorable and impactful stories from the LA Times we've covered this week. And we start here. On LA's west side, there is outrage over a plan to make public parks and beach parking areas potential locations for homeless camping. The proposal by City Councilman Mike Bonin comes on the heels of the closure and cleanup of Echo Park Lake, where nearly 200 tents once stood. It has since reopened. On Tuesday, LA Times reporter David Zonizer joined us with more. David, thanks for being here. Who thought this was a good idea?
Well, for one, Councilman Mike Bonin, whose district happens to run from about LAX north to the Pacific Palisades. So basically, he's the guy who represents LA's coastal neighborhoods on the west side. So, I mean, as your viewers are probably aware, LA is facing a pretty big homeless problem right now. And so the city has been trying to come up with all sorts of different solutions. And so the one that Mike Bonin has come up with at this point is he identified several park and recreation areas. So the list of potential sites includes Mar Vista Park in Mar Vista, Westchester Park in Westchester, the parking lots at Dockweiler Beach, which is in Playa del Rey, parking lot at Will Rogers Beach at Pacific Palisades, and also